it can look like one thing, but it's got a lot going for it in terms of style and length of finish.
I'm
So
left with a
appearance,
really nice sort of coconut feel, sort of coconut flavour as well, a bit sort of desiccated coconut along with caramels, which I will not name. I think it's, yeah, quite a nice balanced cheese. Also, it's quite unique, I think, for a British cheese. It doesn't look like many I've seen before. It doesn't sort of fit into a specific category where I think, yeah, that's definitely a British cheese, which I think is a really exciting USP for it.
yeah, you're right. It definitely looks like Manchego.
Yeah,
it's excellent. Appearance, we're going to have to score it as well.
yeah.
Well, appearance, it's somewhere between, to me, it's between 9 and 10, somewhere. It's right up the top of the tree.
I think it's about 9.5. It's really visually striking.
I think so, because even the coloration is really, really good on it. There's nothing missing on the outer surface at all. Yeah, I'd go 9.5. Yeah.
Okay.
The aroma, go back to that. Very clean.
It is clean.
It is, yeah, it is a wee bit, I was about to say sheepish, but that's actually the wrong one altogether.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Clean, bit of sheep's milk, bit of, again, I get that sort of coconutty sweetness to it as well. I think it's got quite a pleasant aroma, but it's not the most in your face. It's nicely subtle.
No. I'm quite happy to go 9 on the aroma as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 9 is good.
Flavour. Well, it's clean, it's complex, it's lingered quite well, but it's almost gone now. And I think that little bit of the coconut, which I did get, and the caramelisation as well, leads to a nice amount of complexity as well. It's the sort of cheese that, if you're ever going to try it, don't try it in a hurry. Take your time. Just stand in the cheese shop. I'm sure Jen would love me to say this, but just stand there and take your time and really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So out of 10.
I really like the flavour. I think the flavour and aftertaste we should really distinguish, because the flavour itself is beautiful. It's complex, but not too in your face. But I think the flavour is really clever. I'm sitting sort of around a 9-ish.
Yes, yeah. Are you okay with that, Peter?
No, I wouldn't have gone as high as that, but yeah, I've got. There's a back note that comes through, so there are other examples of this type of cheese around, and there's a bit of a back note that comes through on that, which I don't particularly find that great. But
okay, what kind of flavour is it?
It's a slight farmy flavour that comes through. All right, and it's okay. I suspect it's pasteurised milk. I don't know. It may be unpasteurised, but I imagine it's probably pasteurised. But it just comes through a little bit, and I would just personally would have downscored that a little bit on the flavour.
Right. So you downscored.
I would have given it an 8.5. But
8.5.
it's going to be up there.
In the middle, about sort of 8.75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8.7. Did you say, Emma?
8.75 in the middle. 8.75.
8.75. Yeah. Texture. Well, what I've had has been very consistent. I do like the little bits of openness in it.
Yeah.
It's not dense. It does have a bit of visual character inside the heart of the cheese as well. And it breaks without being messy. Yeah. Where's my pen gone? Texture. Around about a 9, I would suggest for that. It's
I would downplay a tiny bit on texture, playing devil's advocate now, just because it feels like, I'm not sure if it's the temperature, but it feels like a bit of the fat has come out of it. It does feel slightly powdery in its texture, so I would sit slightly lower than a 9.
Yeah, they all might have had a, so 8.75 again, out there somewhere. Yeah?
Peter,
yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, cool.
Aftertaste. Peter,
I mean,
Tell
it's
us.
quite pleasant. There's some sweetness that stays there. It lingers, and I find it quite pleasant on the aftertaste. So
Yeah.
it can score quite highly on that one for me.
Yeah, it lingered quite well, but then it's left my mouth nice and clean.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
really pleased about that. I think maybe a 9 would be
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
high
happy
enough
with
for that one. And true to character. Well, it is its character. Yeah, it seems to be a fairly unique thing for these Great British Islands. How true is it? It's pretty much true to itself. It's a difficult one to assess because we don't actually, without looking at a Spanish cheese, we can't really compare it to anything else. I'm not sure I've seen anything else made like that in the UK. I don't know. Have you seen anything like that elsewhere, Emma?
Not really, no. But Peter seemed to allude to
Yeah,
the fact that he has.
there's cheese made down here like that, a Manchego type, made of sheep milk.
So
And yeah.
it's pretty much true to type then. So yeah,
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly yellow for sheep milk. I was expecting it to be a little bit paler than that, but yeah,
That's probably its aging, right? I think.
possibly. Yeah.
I think so.
yeah, maybe the time of year had a wee bit to do with that when it was made. Yeah. So true to character. Do you want to take us through that, Peter? What would you give it?
It's a difficult one for me, that, but
It is.
I'd probably give it an 8.5. But having said that, up to now, I'm not giving anything much more than 9 anyway. So I would be down the lower end of the scoring.
No, I'm okay with 8.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably good score, to be honest.
It's a very good cheese, and if anybody sees it in a cheese shop anywhere, just just ask for a small piece and take your time, savor it. Yeah.
It's got a nice character to it, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Right, that's one. So next up is 395, best external white mold. 395 would be best specialty cheese.
Yeah.
Right. Quick. It is water that's in there. It's not anything else. Not yet. It might well be later, but not yet. Okay. So best external white mold. So yeah.
The mold is quite uniform. It's definitely got a nice coating.
Yeah.
I am getting a bit of ammonia on the rind.
There's a little bit there.
Yeah, there is a bit of ammonia. Yeah. But whether it's meant to be that way, I'm just going to get some paper.
The goatee notes are coming through.
Yeah. I really like the texture, the nice breakdown under the rind, but a bit of a slightly frothy heart is quite a nice.
Yeah, it's
quite a nice pair.
It is a nice texture.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the ripeness is just about right for me.
Yeah, me too.
I think if it was any more ripe, it'd probably have too much ammonia. Yeah, the ammonia would kill it if it was much older.
The aroma when you cut into it is very subtle. So
it is subtle.
I don't get that much on the nose now. Just a bit of a bit of sort of sweet milk, but not much else.
Characteristic saltiness comes through.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering.
It's very balanced.
Yeah, it is. It dissipates quite well.
Yeah. The acidity and the sort of citrusy notes are there, which you'd expect in this, but it's balanced out by a nice sort of minerality as well.
Yeah.
The salt is definitely prominent, but it's not sitting in the way. It's not distracting.
And even the part that looks chalky.
Yeah, there's a little bit of chalkiness in the centre.
It is, but it just melts in your mouth. It's not rough at all. It just goes very smooth and disappeared. And a little hint of sweetness in there, some lemon note.
The only thing with the texture that I might mention is that the rind has a bit of a chew, which, because the rest of the cheese is so sort of silky smooth, it does contrast in not in the sort of most uniform of ways, but it's not off-putting. It sort of bursts when you eat it. So your teeth.
I agree with you, and it was, the rind was a wee bit of a chew, which, looking at how thin it is actually quite surprising, because I've seen rinds on this type of cheese that are almost twice as thick. It is a bit of a chew, which is unfortunate. Good.
What do we score it?
On appearance,
Sorry.
a good appearance.
Yeah.
It's
What do you think of
uniform.
it, Peter?
Sorry.
What do you think of it?
I think the appearance is good. Obviously, it'll be up there on appearance. I quite like the flavour. I'd probably like to have had a little bit more, dare I say it, goatiness, but in a way, it's almost too clean. But that's a bit of a subjective thing, and obviously, a lot of people don't like that. So yeah, but it's quite. I know. I understand your comments about the rind, but yeah, overall, you can see why it's come through.
Yeah,
It's a real people pleaser.
Yeah, it's a very nice. You're right, Peter. It's not too goaty, because that does put people off. Yeah. So appearance.
I don't know. I'm on about sort of 8.5-ish, I think, for
I
appearance.
think so. Yeah, because the top and the bottom surfaces are different. They don't look the same.
Yeah.
Sorry about the ice cream brand, if you can hear that.
I can hear
We can hear that.
I'd give it 8.5, yeah, because as I say, the top and the bottom just aren't quite
I'll have a
the same.
movie.
I'll have a raspberry
Roma?
please, then.
Yeah, can I?
I think the level of ammonia is okay. It's acceptable.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's too high.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's-
this type of cheese is going to have it anyway. So.
Yeah. It's not. There's not really that much else though. I'm more at an 8-ish or a bit.
It's more ammonia. Yeah, it's more ammonia than anything else. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd say 8 for that. Yeah.
What do you think, Peter? Would you go even lower?
No, it's kind of verging on being a bit bland, if you like, but maybe
Yeah.
that's too strong. But yeah.
I think 8 might be slightly. I think I'm just under 8. Sorry, I don't know what you guys think, but
You want 7.75, something like that. Yeah. Which is not going to do it any good, but there we go. The actual flavour. Well, it's completely gone. And I don't really. It's not particularly memorable.
No, it's not. No, it's
no,
subtle.
Hope I don't insult anyone. Well, I probably have insulted someone.
it was very clean and easy eating and very pleasant, but not memorable, like you guys said. I think it's just very nice. It doesn't make me want to go out immediately and eat more of it.
Yeah, I think it's about a 7 actually.
Yeah, I agree.
In this situation, yeah. Texture was kind of as expected. I mean, it's these cheeses have always got 3 textures anyway, but the rind was a bit of a chew.
Yeah,
as you
I
said.
think the paste was great though. I think the paste was a lovely texture, but the rind was slightly off-putting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the rind knocked it down a wee bit.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you give that one for texture?
On texture, I'll probably give it 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair, yeah. Aftertaste. Well, it went, and this type of cheese probably should go.
I don't have an aftertaste. I don't have much happening.
There wasn't. I'd probably score it the same as
flavour.
The actual flavour. Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
give it a 7. Yeah. So true to character. People can always look at the score for that, and then they could say, "Well, why did you give it such Why you give it a good score for true to character, but you didn't give a good score for flavour or aftertaste. But we're being very picky. That's what we're here for. True to character. Yeah.
It is very true to character. It is doing what you'd expect it to do. It's just the most sort of, not exciting is a mean word, but it's not the most sort of complex of cheeses.
Yeah, it's true to type, but it's let down by one or two of the facets that go in there.
Yeah.
I'd give it a good score for being true to type. Well, Peter's probably given it about an 8, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably go for an 8.
I think 8.5 I would sit at. Bruce, where are you?
Sorry?
I think I would be on around an 8.5. Where are you? If Peter,
I was thinking between 8 and 8.5. I didn't want to give it 9. It's a nice cheese,
No.
but it's got a few faults. So if it's got a few faults, it can't be that true. So I'd go 8.5.
8.5, okay.
And let it go at that. Oops.
cool.
Somebody else can add up the scores. Right, that's the second one.
Bruce, can you just confirm what you scored it for aftertaste?
I think it's 7.
7. Thanks.
So next is cheese number 315, Best Territorial, which is Red Leicester, which I had the pleasure of seeing earlier today. Yeah,
Okay.
it's got, for anybody who's watching now who wasn't watching earlier, two characteristics of Red Leicester are openness and the golden fleck, which you can see both on my screen right now. It has openness and golden fleck, and it looks really, really good. And the openness is all sorts of different sizes and shapes as well, which adds to the attraction of the beast. Right, there's my knife. For anybody looking at it, this is actually the height of the whole cheese because it's rounded top and bottom.
Yeah, I like the appearance of that. As you
I
say,
do, yeah.
it's not mottled.
Sorry?
There's no mottling.
Nope.
It's good rind. You know, not too heavy, and it's not too light. Nice coloration overall.
Yeah, I think if we were to read out the description of Red Leicester, we'd just tick every box for the visuals.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm going to knead the piece down between thumb and 4 fingers to see how that works. When I taste it, I'm going to taste 2 parts. I'm going to taste a piece from the heart. I'm also going to taste a piece of the rind.
On the aroma, the thing that stands out for me is like butterscotch. It really comes through. Nice, rich sweetness.
Yeah.
Like you say, the texture is as you'd expect. The fleck to it.
That's
Not too weak-bodied.
no. As far as actually tasting it, that's just like putting a little bit of magic on your tongue. It's got quite a lot going for it because Leicester is the class above every other that's changed so much in the last 20 years, from being a mellow medium cheese to Red Leicesters now that are classed as vintage.
Yeah.
So it has moved on a lot. This has got quite a lot going for it. There is some caramelization in there, but there's quite a lot of acidity and savoury notes. Plus, because it was a rounded cheese, you can smell that little bit of sort of cellar on it.
It's got a bit like antique bookshop.
Yeah.
Those caramel notes really come through, but the acidity also then comes through at the end of that.
And the rind, because the rind's dry, it has less flavour, but it's got those flavours, just less of them. But it's got more of the, because it's the rind, it's pretty obvious, but it's got more of the sort of cellar, cheese warehouse smell, taste about it. All in all,
what about appearance, Bruce?
I really like the appearance, because if I describe Red Leicester, it's sitting in front of me right now. Some openness, it's a variable openness as well. A lovely colour. Yes, it's slightly drier towards the top and the bottom and out to the heel, but that's just the natural effect of a cheese being wrapped in cloth, and it dries out. But in the heart, it's a really uniform colour. There are different types of openness in there. I'll put it up to the camera again. Hopefully I'll pick it up. Yeah, you can see the different shapes of openness and the golden flecks in there as well. Appearance-wise, I don't really want to fault it.
I think it's beautiful. You guys are probably the experts more than I am in this, but from my perspective, it's a beautiful sort of vibrant colour. It looks like the rind is very appealing. I think it looks like, yeah, just a beautiful Red Leicester. I don't think I can fault it either.
I don't. How about you, Pete? Do you want to fault it?
No, it certainly scores highly on appearance.
Okay.
I mean, I'd go so far as to give it a 10 for appearance, actually. I know I saw it earlier, but I just think the more I look at it, that just defines Red Leicester. Red Leicester, yeah, brilliant. I would give it a 10 for appearance. Anybody
You all right with that,
disagree?
Emma?
You happy with that?
I think it sort of looks very much like I would want a Red Leicester to look. I wouldn't have given it 10, but then I haven't got anything to fault on it either. So
No,
I would have given it around a sort of 9.5-ish. But
yeah. I'm just going back to how I was taught all those years
Yeah.
ago. But,
Yeah. Peter, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say because, like you say, it's very high. Whether I'd give it 10, probably not, but 9.5, 9.75, definitely.
Should we do 9.75?
Yeah.
Bruce is like, I want a 10.
yeah, he is. But I'll compromise.
Okay.
Go for 9.75. Yeah. Right, that's that one. Aroma.
Again, it's clean as you'd expect anyway, but it's got that lovely butterscotch kind of notes come through.
Plus that, plus the so cheese cellar, the store bit that's there. Yeah, it's got to be a 9 something.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the aroma is lovely. I think I'm about sort of 9.25-ish.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere between there and 9.5, 9.25 be really good. Flavour. Yeah, it's a stronger Red Leicester. It's not one of the mellow medium ones. It's been allowed to age for a bit longer. I think it's probably all the better for that.
Mm.
I'm not as wild about the flavour overall as I was about the appearance. But
little bit, just a touch of kind of the saltiness comes through for me at the end. Maybe a little bit too much, but it's
pretty well balanced and it's got its own distinctiveness to it. I think it's a good 9. I don't know if you would go any higher.
Yeah, I think Emma.
I'm around a 9. I wouldn't go higher than a 9.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. You okay with that, Peter?
Yeah.
Texture. Yeah.
For Red Leicester, scores well for me.
Sorry?
Scores well for me on body and texture for a Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester, you know?
Yeah. It's got that lovely balance where it's not an acid texture to it at all.
No, it's not.
And it's doing everything in my hand that it's meant to do as well. Yeah, it's been very well made. Yeah.
I think the texture scores quite highly then, Bruce.
Sorry?
Do you think the texture scores quite highly? I think it
I
sounds
think
like
it does. I think it's a very good 9.
Yeah.
I think I'd leave it at,
if not a bit more.
Yeah.
What was that score?
9.
9.
So aftertaste.
Also, Bruce, sorry, I'm just going to speed you up a little bit.
Right. Aftertaste. it kept very clean.
Yeah.
So again, I think I'd be inclined to give it a 9 for
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
I'm happy with 9. Yeah.
Disappeared very slowly. True to character,
Well, it's up there, isn't it?
it
Yeah.
is. It's going to be, I would think, a 9 again.
If yeah,
I
I'd
think
maybe go a bit higher.
Maybe more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go 925, even 95, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a 925.
9.5. Are you happy with that, Emma?
I think 9.5 I'm happy with. It sounds like it ticks every single box.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
9.5.
9.5. Yep. Done. Next,
Cheddar.
creamery mature cheddar.
Is this 110?
110. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You can see the odd little. Oh, there is quite a bit of calcium lactate on
There is.
the.
Bit of lactate in there, yeah.
One of the surfaces is not a cut surface. It's the original surface of the block.
Yeah.
And there is calcium inside it. Very even colour. And it's not acid and falling apart either.
No, it's holding together.
Yeah.
Nice impact as well.
Yeah, I mean, as far as appearance goes, from on the sample we have, it's you know, it's pretty good. There's no mottling.
Yes.
There's nothing you can see.
No, it's a nice even colour.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
it's going to score pretty high on appearance, yeah.
yeah, it is. It's going to be a good 9, I would think, on appearance. It is very, very uniform. And those little bits of calcium in there just add to the picture.
The
Thanks,
aroma
Dan.
to me is pretty clean, pretty like
Yeah.
almost a bit grassy.
Very distinctive.
Yeah, it's a good aroma for a sort of modern creamery cheese. Flavour style, yeah, distinctly sweet. That's the way modern cheddars are. The way modern cheddars are.
Do you
But
want to
it
give some
has
scores
got-
to the appearance and aroma?
Sorry?
Give some scores to the appearance and aroma, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's a good 9 to look at it. It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with a 9.
Yeah. Aroma, it's very clean.
Slightly
Yeah.
lower, maybe 8.5 for aroma.
I think 8.5, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Flavour. Typical
Yeah.
modern cheddar, isn't
It
it?
has got that sweetness, but it also does have a really good acidity, which does balance it out quite nicely.
Yeah, it's not overly sweet.
No.
Obviously, the overriding flavour that comes through is a savoury note.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
you know,
kind of up towards it's up towards the top end of mature.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not made the leap to extra
No.
mature.
no, it's not extra.
No, there is room for 2 categories of strength above it. So from that perspective, it's really good, yeah. So are we 9 on flavour?
I think 9 on
I
flavour.
think so.
Texture? Texture's very good, actually. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's breaking down
Sorry?
well. You know, good body. Not,
Yeah.
Obviously not too weak.
We're going to go 9 again on that?
Yeah, I wouldn't put any higher than that, but yeah.
No. Aftertaste? Well, I've still got it.
Yeah, it's still
Very
developing.
clean. It's still actually dragging my saliva down, which is,
Yeah.
that's good. I'd
9
give it
again?
9. Sorry?
9 again, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And true to character, well, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
cream
up
and
there.
cheddar. It's just about spot on. Sorry, I thought I had something coming from the side.
Nope.
9 or slightly above.
I think just like 9.25, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just to give it that little edge. Yeah.
Where are you, Peter?
Yeah, I was going to say 9, but yeah, so that's okay.
Okay. Julie's finished on that one. Next up is This one, right, 268, which is the best artisan cheese soft.
So apologies, mine has a bit of a wedge taken out of it from from about an hour ago. So it's definitely a wash rind.
Yeah, it's a bit like a reblochon, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, or even an époisse kind of
Yeah,
style.
yeah, well, yeah.
I think it looks beautiful. I really, really think it's an attractive cheese. It's not as vibrant in colour as some other washed rinds, but
No.
I think it's a really nice sort of matte colouring, and the sort of the geo wrinkles are quite beautiful. I've got no faults on the rind from my perspective.
So from an appearance perspective, you would say that would score pretty high, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's not everybody's taste, one of these things, because it looks as though it's been a bit squished.
Yeah.
But they are what they are. Yeah, it looks really good for appearance. So I would just score them as we go now, and we discuss each attribute. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So appearance, yeah, good 9, I think.
Yeah, I think at least, isn't it?
I'd go higher than a 9. I think I don't know where you guys would feel with a 9.5, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's really attractive.
Inside, yeah, we've got to include the interior in the appearance.
Exactly. Inside, the breakdown is beautiful as well, with a tiny chalky heart, which you probably do want, so it's not running.
Yeah, it is there still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not too right.
It just looks the part.
I think so. I think 9.5.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It's a lovely piece of cheese to look at. Yeah. Yes.
Aroma. It's there.
Yeah.
Very much.
I'm getting something. I don't want to say that it's not quite right, but I've just got something that I don't know.
So from tasting quite a lot of continental wash rinds, which it looks like its style is based on, I think that the aroma is quite true to character. It's got a sort of boozy note to it, slightly fermented, but that's desirable in this style. And it's got a bit of a sort of almost a bacony, meaty thing happening. So there is a lot happening.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, there is. You're right.
Yeah.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not to everyone's taste or smell, but
it's not. It's not at the end. I've already tasted it, but it's not dirty, Emma. It's not too bitter. Number one, which you can get.
Yeah.
It certainly is quite a clean flavour at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to the aftertaste now, but it's quite pleasant, I think, to be honest. But
it's a chunky beast.
It
really is.
Where do you guys want to score it for aroma?
Well, I mean, I think it scores quite high on aroma because it's really what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Perfumey notes coming through. It's very nice.
I'm around a 9.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I'm straight on with 9.
Flavour as well, I think, is just, it is full on, but it's balanced. You don't just get a whack of farm or a whack of booze or anything like that. I think it has got sort of a nice sort of savoury minerality to it, plus everything else. I think the salt is there, but it holds all these flavours together, and a bit of acidity too.
And this is a memorable cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, which is great. It's really unique.
Full of character.
I'd definitely give it a 9.
I'd go higher.
I was just thinking maybe even higher. Yeah, because it makes a big bold statement when you put it in your mouth, but it doesn't have you reaching for the water to clean it out. Right, sit there and melt. And
it's a good complexity, I think. I'd like to give it a 9.25.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Where are you?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Cool.
Texture?
Spot on.
Sorry?
Spot on. I think the chalk might be what you might mention is the only thing. The slightly chalky heart.
I didn't think it was overly though. It's breaking down. It's broken down very nicely on the outside. There's a little bit of chalkiness there, but I think it's pretty much perfect when it comes to its
Perfect, yeah.
brightness.
Good.
I think the texture is, yeah, and the mouthfeel is absolutely brilliant. Instead of just looking at that little bit of chalkiness and thinking, oh, it's chalky. You know, put it in your mouth and see what happens.
Yeah.
It just goes like that. It's absolutely beautiful. It goes lovely and silky.
Okay, team, I'm just wondering how many more we have to go.
We've
Yeah,
got
there are
2 after this.
two after
So
this.
Wait, okay, if you
on
could.
texture, I'm quite
Move on,
happy to
yeah.
say 9.5.
Please, thank you.
Texture, 9.5, anyone?
9.5, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Aftertaste, it's still going.
Yeah.
Still
But it's remained.
fine. I'm a 9, I think,
True.
for aftertaste.
9.25, 9.95.
I'd be
Fine.
quite happy to give it 9.5 as well.
Let's do 9.5.
Yeah.
And
True
true
to
to character,
character,
I think
Think it is.
it's spot on.
Yeah.
you're not going to give it a 10, Peter, are you?
No, I personally wouldn't give it 10, but I wouldn't give anything 10. But yeah, it is. It's,
Good 9.5.
well, yeah.
9.75.
9.75. There you go.
All right. Cool. Very good too.
I said it's a highly memorable cheese, so it's going to have loads of
It is, yeah.
aftertaste, which it does.
Was the aroma score for that 9?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, Roman 9, yeah.
Penultimate cheese is entry 218, which is its best blue. So again, lovely looking piece of cheese. It really is. Yeah. Lots of lovely blue, which comes quite far out towards the coat as well.
The rind's really attractive as well.
It
I
is.
don't know if you can see that, but it's got a really nice sort of slate grey, greeny hue to it.
Yeah.
Really even distribution of bluing. Looks great.
It does, yeah. So I'm going to eat.
It
piece
looks
of
great.
heart.
It looks great. Yeah. I think appearance is going to be up there for this.
Yeah.
It's going to be, what, 9.925?
Peter,
Thank
will
you.
you hold that to the camera, please?
I think it could be blued out slightly further
That's it.
towards the edge. But
Well, the piece I've got, you mean, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
hmm.
What did we say on that?
I think 9.25 for that one.
925, yeah. Aroma's lovely. You get a bit of mushroom, which you'd expect, but I've also got some nice sort of cereal biscuity
Yeah.
biscuit notes, a bit of digestive
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
named biscuit on there.
Thanks very much.
I'll give it a good 9 for aroma.
9 on aromas. Cool.
Yeah.
Flavour.
Hmm.
It's very
Mellow.
good. It's
Mellow.
It's
mellow.
actually quite gentle.
Yeah,
and mellow.
It is much more gentle than I thought it was going to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of
It's the
pepper,
sort of-
spiciness
it's the sort
coming through at the end.
It's the kind of blue cheese you could give to somebody who doesn't like blue cheese, and they just like.
Yeah.
Empty level.
Personally, I'd like a little bit more on there, but that's, you know,
So are you not quite a 9 then?
I eat too much gorgonzola. But that, yeah, no, it's
You're not quite a 9. You're about an 8.75, are you? 8.5.
personally, yeah, but you know,
I'd be happy with 875.
Texture. Well, it just melted without any great encouragement. No lumps.
good texture,
Very smooth. Yeah.
very good.
Texture's great. I think I'm around a 9.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Yeah. 9 as well.
And then aftertaste.
It's still there with me. I can still taste it, and I've got a touch of sweetness about it.
Yep.
And it's not bitter. There's no
No,
bitterness.
it's a really pleasant aftertaste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's the kind of aftertaste that just makes you want to eat more of it.
I want to pair it with something. I want to drink something with it. It makes you want to keep it. I think a 9 again.
Yeah, it's
I've got that for later.
Are you
I'm just
guys
gonna
happy
have
with
this
a 9?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
9 again, yeah.
And then true to character. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of standalone blue, but it's at least a 9 for true character.
I think 9 for me as well. I wouldn't go much higher.
No.
Peter?
That's fine. No,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Right, that leaves us just one more. Oh, excuse me, I'm not going far.
Oh yeah, one more. Okay.
Says number 2, 2, 3, 4. Best, pardon me, best enhanced cheese.
I had the benefit of looking at this earlier, actually. So, like you, I judged this one previously.
Yeah, it looks very much a sort of Gouda style.
Yeah, Gouda style, absolutely. I think it's a good appearance. You know, if you look at the whole piece.
I think it's got a nice, generous distribution of what smells a lot like fenugreek.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
there's not much drying, ingress of drying either.
No, it's nice pale straw color, even coloration throughout. Yeah.
But I'm
I think
quite
that's
glad,
quite high.
I'm quite glad we kept this to the end, actually. Because I'm not sure
Well,
we'd like to go back to
quite a,
some of the others after this.
Quite an acquired taste, but or a distinct flavour at least.
Appearance-wise, what should we score it?
Well, it's probably at least a 9, I would say. But
I
I'd
think
give
nine.
I'd give it a 9.25 because it's just
Yeah.
so different.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yep.
Mm.
Aroma is very much the additive.
yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah, the aroma is very much the additive. But it certainly attracts you.
Yep.
I think it's a good 9 again. It's we've been so lucky. I know we've only got 7 cheese, but women actually it's been really good.
I'm happy with 9 for aroma.
Yeah, I'll be alright with that.
The flavour, I'm now I've got fenugreek, the additive, but I've got the cheese as well.
Yeah.
Nice to say.
Yeah, the fenugreek.
It's not quite
First,
50-50. The additive's a bit stronger than the cheese, but I've got the cheese, which is what I always want. I do not. It's a personal thing. I do not like additive cheeses where you can only taste the blooming additive.
Mhm.
This, I've got the cheese as well.
Yeah, the Gouda character is definitely coming through, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you say, it was a worry it could be too young, but it's not, and it's very pleasant. They complement each other very well. But,
Yeah, I think it's a really cleverly done additive cheese. I'd score higher on flavour for this one.
I would, yeah.
9 point.
5?
I think 9.5, yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Because I'll come back to the flavour shortly. Texture.
Well,
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's good body and texture. It's smooth, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
It's
not
obviously
oily.
The fenugreek seeds are in there, but no, it's what you'd expect on texture, and I think it scores quite highly on that as well.
Yeah.
I give it a 9.
9 again for me.
Yeah, and there's no oil coming out of it at all. It's still a very intact cheese. 9,
Yeah.
did you say? Yeah.
I
9,
think so.
yeah.
Aftertaste.
Well,
The strength of the additive, the aftertaste is dissipating really, really nicely. I'm not left with anything wrong in the mouth at all.
I've got both the cheese and the additive at the end, which is really
Yeah.
great. On the aroma, you get mainly the additive, but then
Yeah.
the flavour and then the aftertaste continue with the actual cheese itself, which is really, really well done, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's well balanced.
Yeah.
It is, and it's been very well put together. It's a
Yeah.
really good amount of thought, and no doubt a lot of trial and error has gone in to get it right as well. So on aftertaste,
9.25?
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. And true to character.
Yes.
I think
Very.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you see a lot of, obviously this type of cheese in Holland, and it's up there, isn't it? It's really there.
It's a 9 and a bit.
I think
I
it's a
think
9.5.
5. 9.5, yeah.
9.5.
Yeah. You get a lot of additive cheeses where you don't get that complexity and the balance between the cheese and the fenugreek. Or sorry, not the fenugreek, the additives. I think we should score it really nicely on the fact that they've managed to balance both of the elements out instead of just masking something.
Bruce,
So-
did you want to go back to the flavour?
I just find that the flavour is just so different. It's quite beguiling in its own way. If you've never tried this type of cheese, make sure you try a British one.
Yeah.
That is that. The question I've got to ask Helen is, because I haven't done any totals, do we have a clear winner? We don't have a tie.
Can you just confirm what the taste score was for that last one, the flavour one?
Aftertaste or flavour?
Flavour.
I
9.
think it was a 9. No,
9 points. Yeah.
9.5 was it flavour?
9.5 for flavour.
Yeah.
9.5 was it? Oh, sorry. Yes, 9.5. Yeah.
Are we okay with that?
9.5. Yeah.
And that was which number was that one?
That was sample 234.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 9, 5.
Yeah.
There is a winner, but it's very close, and
I knew it'd be close. Yeah.
I'm not allowed to announce it yet.
No, I'm not. No, I just wanted to know that we actually had a clear winner. That
Yeah, and then we've got 2 runner-uppers, but like 2 in second place at a joint score.
Ooh, exciting. Well done.
Do we need to separate those two, or are you quite happy to have a joint second place? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
No, I don't either.
No, I don't know whether there's a champion and a reserve champion.
Well, while that question's being answered, and I'm going to keep you there, because I'm going to, and Mary B, Sarah, and Nigel P will let us know that, whether you need a first, second, third rather than the first and 2 runners up. Maybe you can keep us posted on that once we have a group chat. Say thank you very much for our judges. You might have to do a little bit more judging yet, Bruce, Emma and Peter, but thank you very much for your lending us your very fine palette and time today. And just while I keep you in suspended, nicely animated, Helen, because I was going to ask you, here we go. Has Helen legged it? So there you go. I was just going to interview her then about Good Sense Research, because she's been involved with the project. Here she's back. Helen, you've been involved with this project. Tell us a little about what you've done for Virtual Cheese Awards, but also as the company Good Sense Research, a bit about you. Don't be shy. You're muted. You're being very shy. You need to unmute. That's it. Okay. Far away.
I work for Good Sense Research, and Sarah's worked with us in the past. So she asked us if we wanted to be involved in the Virtual National Cheese Awards. So very exciting opportunity. So we've been helping in the setup and the scoring today, and then we're going to be writing reports for all the category entrants, and we'll be sending that out to those people next week. So that'll be their scores with their comments and things. So we've been typing them up as the judging's been happening.
I mean, and you do right across the food and drink sector as well.
Yeah, so we're specialists in food and drink research. So lots of product testing. We've been doing a lot of in-home testing, obviously over the lockdown period, and some more online things as well. So like many people have discussed today, we've had to adapt the ways of working.
Yeah, well, yeah, good. And well done for you today, because I know you've been busy because you went off as well, and you were involved with the consumer tasting as well. So it's been busy for you. You will definitely deserve a glass of something as well tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well done. And I can tell you officially that we are happy to accept 2 runners up.
Right. Okay.
That's the word on the cheese streets. So there you go. So thank you very much for everything you've done. We're going to now hand it over to Nigel P. Pooley, who's going to be just doing the collation and making sure that we know who's done what. And while we are doing that. We're going to find out a bit what Sean Wilson's been up to. Artisan Farm Cheese Company, and of course you'll have seen him from years ago from Coronation Street. He still works as an actor and presenter, but obviously cheese making is one of his great loves. And I was lucky enough to catch up with him earlier in the week. So let's find out what Sean's been doing during lockdown. Sean Wilson, the Artisan Cheese Company. It's great to have you here and looking
Thank you
good.
very much.
How's lockdown been for you?
Lockdown has been kind of busy for me. I've been trying to do some export work with people, and I'm a very keen artist, so I've been in the studio here in the back doing loads of pieces of art. So I've a bit of walking, bit of photography. It's kept me busy.
Yeah, and enough room there when you need to from your nearest and dearest. I think that's one of the tough sides. We cope with seeing so much of each other.
No. Well, so I'm fully in lockdown here with Carol, my partner, and I like to. We've had fun. It's been good. We've not been down with it.
Yeah.
There's loads of jobs I've missed this year with cooking demonstrations and selling cheese to restaurants and farm shops and delis. Of course, that's all fallen by the wayside. Still selling some cheese to supermarkets. Of course, that continues, but maybe not as good as it was before. So that's where we are.
Did you have to? Have you had to think on your hoof? As you've gone along to change the markets. Have you introduced new markets? Did you lose out? I mean, with stuff that was going into the pubs and restaurants that might have been yours. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How have you gone about that?
I think we all lost out. Well, there was nothing we could do to recover it until, let's say, now I've just started to make our blue cheeses again. Maybe we're two productions in, really. So that's where we are with the blue cheese. But that had to just be hung up on the shelf for 3 months. So we have some contacts in France. So I've been sending cheese over to France and trying to introduce my blue cheese to a supermarket in France. So that's kind of taken a little bit of my time. I'm trying to get some blue cheese over there with a little bit of smoke in there. So we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the element of improvisation, isn't it? When you think of one market closing, when you think, how can I go about, getting another one to,
Well, see, the thing is with me, I'm kind of like, there's only a couple of us really that, of course, the cheese making was all years and years ago. And generally, you won't find me always in the dairy. You'll probably find me out trying to sell the cheese.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what happens to most cheese companies. After a while, the guys at the dairy are more than capable of making my cheeses. So off they go. So that's what I do nowadays, try and sell the cheese.
Well, you've done enough of the other over the years. I mean, you proved that you could make cheese. That's where you started out doing it. So it's probably nice to have a more face-to-face, consumer-friendly side. You're very good at that anyway.
Well, you'll more often nowadays you'll see me in a waistcoat and a shirt and a pair of trousers in the car, off out with some files under my arm more than anything else. And I would like to be in the dairy more often, but I guess if there's any kind of kinetic energy, any forward motion for a company, you've got to come out of the dairy at some point.
Mm. And is your cheese made in one place, or are you nomadic in that? How does it work?
So it's made in 2 places in Lancashire. The first place where we make the blue cheese, my cheese has always been made there. So then the production went to a couple of supermarkets. We sell to some Tesco. We sell to quite a few Asda. We sell to some Morrisons. And so things had to change a little bit there. So another dairy now makes my white cheeses there, but my blue cheese always remains at its original place because we cave age it. And the ability to cave age and to smoke the cheeses suits me. And it seems to suit the cheese really well. I think the medium soft blue that I have has a real width of flavour because of the because of the cave aging, and of course it keeps that lovely medium softness because it's in 98% humidity in the cave. So that's what we like. So it's more of a continental style blue cheese, really.
For those who don't know, there you go. Thank you very much, Sean. Went on, and there will be more of that. And if you look at the Virtual Cheese Awards website, we'll be showing more of that. I know we've got Razan Alous as well from Yorkshire Dharma with a hubby. We've got a good interview with the two of them, but unfortunately we're just up against it time-wise. Good opportunity though for me to speak to Holly Shackleton, the super editor of Specialty Food magazine. Just going to bring us up to speed as to the awards, what people will be winning, and how they're going to be going about it. There you go. And in virtual world, Holly, thanks again for all your support. It's going to unmute you as well. It's okay. You're not the first or won't be the last.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks again for your involvement, but lending us your palate for the tasting, but also with the involvement of Speciality Food Mag as well. Thank you for getting behind the awards so much. Tell us a bit about what you're going to be doing for the winners.
Yeah, so firstly, absolute pleasure to be judging. It's the best week of my life. So as Nigel Pooley mentioned earlier, we're offering a prize worth about £4,000 to the overall winner of the awards, and that consists of a full-page editorial profile in specialty food that's worth over £2,000. So whoever the winner is, they'll be speaking to me or a member of my team and basically sharing their story and kind of how they came to become an award winner for the Virtual Cheese Awards. They'll also be working with our sister publication, Great British Food magazine, and they're all about celebrating and supporting amazing British cheesemakers and food producers and drink makers as well. And there'll also be some digital coverage on our online channels as well. So website, social media channels, both Speciality Food and Great British Food will be kind of telling the story and giving some promotional support on there as well. So we're really, really happy that we can support the industry in this way.
Much appreciated, thank you. And thanks again for telling the stories, for keeping us all informed, for doing all the hard yards, never more important than now. The next few months is going to be very interesting. 3, 6, 9, 12 months. What's going to happen to the food and drink industry, the hospitality industry? I think it's going to be very busy.
Yeah, certainly. There's no way of knowing what's to come. But I think that Sarah and Nigel really deserve a pat on the back for their efforts. I'm sure all of the judges and everyone involved in this initiative would agree. So I think if there are more initiatives like this, you know, hopefully we can lift up and support the industry as much as possible.
Well, thank you for all your support very much. Super Ed, Specialty Food Magazine, Holly Shackleton, thank you for lending us your palate and for sponsoring these awards. So great, thank you for that. Also, one of the other interviews that I did, I was lucky enough to launch a few years ago, the 2016, I think it was, but it was the Northern Ireland Year of Food, where I met Michelle Sherlow, MBE, who is the CEO of Food NI, and I caught up with her earlier in the week as well. So let's see how she's been getting on recently. Okay, Michelle Sherlow, it's been a few years since it's nice to see your smiling visage, but I haven't seen you in person for a little bit, but it's great to see you. How have things been in these very surreal times recently in Northern Ireland?
Well, actually, it's been interesting. It hasn't been too bad. I think for Northern Ireland, we have benefited because we're a very rural society. And there aren't many areas where there's a population density. But one of the lovely things that's happened during the pandemic is the collaboration there's been between companies. And we've seen a lot of people starting up farm shops. Ballylisk did a home delivery milk service. Person up the road from here who's an egg farmer, he started a farm shop. So we've still been able to get good local cheese.
Yeah, and that's okay. You've always had a great affiliation between food and farming, agricultural background, and again with Northern Ireland. But that was the key, wasn't it, to keep a lot of these cheese makers on the go, to make sure that they were still milking the cows, sheep, goats, whatever they were, and getting a route to market.
Yes, although there was no disruption in terms of the agricultural side for cheese. It all continued on. As you know, there's been quite a bit of innovation in cheese here over the last 4 or 5 years, which has been really good to see. We have now got people like Young Buck, who's doing raw milk cheese. We've got Darnt Mountain, Ballylisk, and I'm sure I've forgotten someone. Oh yes, Kearney Blue. You always, but it's good. We've now got really good variety of cheeses, and we've always had excellent cheddar because we've got grass-fed cattle. We've a farmer-owned cooperative here in the form of Dale Farm. So we've always had excellent cheeses, but it's been interesting over the past few years to see the kind of variety that's emerged, which is new.
Yeah. And what about those cheese producers who predominantly supplied the on-trade, the restaurants, hotels, and the pubs? That's for them thinking, my goodness, we've got this cheese, it's got a dwindling shelf life. How do we get it to market?
That has been the challenge, but most of them have just found an innovative way to get it to market, direct to consumer. So Ballylisk, for example, he started a milk round, but he sold his cheese, he sold local bacon, local eggs, local potatoes. So they've actually been able to sell it direct to consumer, which has been interesting. And some of the restaurants have, well, I'm sure the same in GB, a lot of people have gone into home delivery and been selling cheese boxes. So it's actually worked much better than we originally anticipated, if we're honest.
The entrepreneurial improvisation, it's amazing to see. And also businesses that were small enough to be able to do that, to act quickly and just change the way they did business.
People here are very entrepreneurial. And the one lovely thing is, I'm not saying that they're necessarily good at promoting themselves, but they're very entrepreneurial. But the lovely thing is that all of the contact they've had at farmers markets, at food events, even going to London to Borough Market, all that paid off. And I was so touched during the pandemic to see how they collaborated, they cooperated, they helped one another out. It was just a really, really interesting experience because there was so much doom and gloom, but that was really heartening. Yeah,
and it is a lot of those stories of that helping out, again, that sense of community which you touched on before, but actually certain different cheese producers have helped each other, getting delivery out there, and also being able to buy online, how quickly people had to step up to the online plate.
Yeah, and we've got some great delicatessens in Northern Ireland who also, went online and did home delivery, like Indie Food and Sawyer's and Arcadia, and they all, stepped up to the bar. We had a really interesting bakery company, actually, who went out on the road with a van for the first time. So we had a bakery van. And they've now diversified into a really lovely delicatessen, and they sell a lot of cheese as well, and that's French Village in Belfast. But yeah, it's been a good time. And last year we were working on a project north-south on food called Taste the Island. But I think that's one of the sad things about the pandemic. This year we've had to drop that initiative because it was the first time we kind of worked north-south on food, and there was great collaboration coming out of it. But hopefully we'll pick that up again in 2022.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that was fantastic. Michelle, thank you very much. As dynamic as ever, doing a great job in Northern Ireland. And obviously they've been busy, but very innovative. And that's, again, exactly what we expect from her and from her colleagues. Aha, now I recognise that visage. For years associated, well keeping Asda really on the go. Well done for all of that. But now, of course, it is with North PR. Vicky Rogerson, you managed to, tell a lot of people about the Virtual Cheese Awards, but being the first of its kind, not easy, but well done. How's it been for you on the PR and marketing side?
It's been busy. Very busy. We didn't have long to set the awards up, so it's kind of rushed it through in the last 3 weeks. But it's been exciting. It's been great. It's been amazing to see just how many people have been supportive of the awards and the media particularly. I think there's been a real upswell of support for British producers and British cheese producers, and that's been really heartening to see. Yeah,
what's nice is that people wanted to hear the stories. They want to spread the love. You're spreading, your PR marketing prowess, but on fertile ground, or so it appears to be, which is great.
Yeah, and it hasn't always been that way. Sometimes it's hard to tell that cheese story, that local producer story. You know, I used to work at Asda, so I kind of know what the challenges are. And some of those bigger, kind of louder people and businesses tend to get more spotlight than others. So I think it's been hard. I think it is harder for smaller producers, particularly local producers, to get that kind of airtime. So it's been great actually that we're seeing a bit more of that focus on people shopping local, understanding kind of what is around them, and just kind of seeking it out a bit more rather than just kind of just going to the supermarket and just buying what they've always bought before. So yeah, no, it is quite heartening.
Yeah, it's been that combination of you know, meeting your family requirements at a supermarket, but also trying to support local, and it's an ongoing theme, and the two do seem to be able to coexist, and somehow you've juggled that with a young family as well. You know, some of our Zoom meetings have been lively, a few unexpected guests, but that's the nature of the beast.
Yes, certainly lockdown has been challenging. I've got 2 young children, one that ended up in hospital this week as well, which was fun. And yeah, I run 2 businesses, so North PR, but also Homage to Fromage, which is my cheese business. So I am kind of obsessed with cheese on a constant basis. But yes, it's been interesting.
Yes, Homage to Fromage, that's great. You know, where it's cheese-focused events. You know, Yorkshire and way beyond. You know, have cheese, will travel. So I love that when I found about you.
Cool,
thank you for looking after us so well. Good luck, because you'll be busy afterwards getting all these announcements out of it. You know, we'll relax suitably after a few hours of Zooming, but you, I know there's a lot of hard work for you to be done. But Vicky, you've done a great job, and we should be very proud of, as we are, of North PR, the mighty Rogerson. Thank you very much, Vicky, for looking after us so well. Hurrah. Great. Also, one of the other people I spoke to staying in Yorkshire was the very remarkable Razan Alous.
Okay, Razan Alous, great to see you. I've known you for a long time. My goodness, you and Rajid Sanduk, your husband. I still can't believe that you only arrived in the UK from Syria in 2012. You seem to have been here a long, long time and done so much. How has it been recently? I mean, it's been an interesting year for you. Let's say that.
Yes, actually, it's been very interesting year, 2020. We've been designing for future and expansion, business growth. But we've been surprised in February by the storm Kira at the beginning of the year. We had the flood at our premises. Then the next is the COVID-19, once we've just actually returned back on feet. Ragid is joining me together.
Aha, yeah. Here he is.
Yeah.
Good.
Just arrived as well.
Hello.
So
I recognize that handsome man. Ragid, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, you know, remarkably well. Look at me, you know, the sun's shining, I'm in Suffolk, I'm all right, but life's not bad, you know. I occasionally get to eat your great cheese and, you know, and to tell the story behind it. Yeah. We'll just say after the flood and now COVID, it's been a tricky year, but up till then, I mean, what a great story with Princess Royal opening the new, you know, dairy creamery factory, call it what you will, but I mean, still, it was great, you know, you're an amazing couple.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's the life. You know, this is the strength of life. We need to live it. We need to keep it going. So we can't just actually say we can't do it. So I think this is how it's keep going all the time.
Yeah, and how has it been going? I know challenging, definitely, Rajida. But how has it been? Did you have to close up for COVID? Were you able to keep making cheese? What about your markets? How have you adjusted and managed?
It's been definitely challenging time, really hard. At the beginning, we had to just co-op mentally. The first 2 weeks, we had just to slow it. We almost been just me and Ragid. The employees, they prefer to stay at home, do self-isolation. And we knew that this is the top of the peak. So we have just agreed to do it this way.
Is that
then
still the case
actually
now?
we
Is that
thought,
still? Yeah.
oh, it's now just like you need to think, you need to stand up on your feet, put like, sorry, can I switch off the
Have you
camera?
got your own disco going on in the background there?
Yeah, I know, it's you are filming, don't you?
Yeah, so it's Renegade. There we go. He's also a DJ. We know that. He's just, you know, he's got some of his house music. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I mean, what a great couple. What a great story. He was an engineer in Syria. His business got bombed out. They had to leave. She was from a medical background, and they had to leave and ended up making cheese in West Yorkshire, Hebden Bridge, methinks. 2 young children, but again, just typifying. Just brilliant, brilliant stuff that they've done. By the way, Cara Bowen, thank you very much. She's let us know. Here you go. I have my tutu and spangly top and shoes standing by to add some sparkle. Well, if anyone can, you can, Cara, and we really do appreciate that. In fact, we've got young Bowen, I think, still around, talking of tutus, also on standby. Cara, there you are. Wait, no, tutu. Oh, you're on mute. You've got to turn your mute off. You've got to turn your mute off. Yeah. That's it. Well done.
Hello.
Good. You're all right. Nice to
I'm
catch
all
up
right,
with you.
thank you. I promise you it's standing by, but I needed 2 minutes just to...
Okay. Well, I saw the pictures and it was great. And yeah. And you all right? I mean, how's your day been? I know you've been watching and been involved earlier in the week.
I have to say, Nigel, I just thought, what a brilliant event for getting the community together and realizing just how much support there is between all of the cheese family. It's just been so inspiring. I've kind of been tweeting and Instagramming and everything all day. To say, Nigel, Sarah and Jeremy, gosh, how did you do this? Brilliant. Thank you. Steve, for bringing it all together. Crikey, wow. And obviously you, Nigel, it's been so much fun having you sort of linking, and it all seems so seamless. So thank you very, very much. It's just been a pleasure.
We couldn't have managed this without you. We're all a team here, as you quite rightly said, and you've been a big part of it as well. And we are very grateful because, as we all know, this is a not-for-profit event. Our wonderful sponsors, the backroom team, everybody has contributed so much to this, the judges, etc., etc. And all we wanted to do was give a big shout out for our UK cheesemakers, love and cherish them, and just go hurrah, and maybe think before you make your choice next time you go to your retailer of choice. Support cheese and British cheese, because guess what, guys, we've got Brexit coming up as well at the end of the year. Snooze and lose. Snooze and lose, and we just want to make sure, and I think it's when we go on to the winners, Nigel, we will see, and a lot of the judges were saying how good they were. My gosh, they're not French. No, they're not. They're British. And we do damn good cheese. OMG, she's got a birthday balloon, Nigel.
We were. I mean, I'm not going to sing it. Jeremy does start singing. I'm going to have to cut him off. But yes, I was hoping you got your birthday balloon there, just yeah, fantastic. And how much normality is coming back into your life on the work front? I mean, domestically, gosh, it's always been exciting and a roller coaster. We know that. But on your business life now, how are you managing to ease back in and juggle, work with home?
Well, in all honesty, Nigel, I was made redundant back in March, so lockdown's been quite pleasurable and calm and lovely, and that's why I was able to jump in and help out at such quick notice, and it's been a pleasure. But I'm also part of the live events industry, and we have been decimated as an industry. But it looks like, fingers crossed, live events are able to come back as of the 1st of October. So that's really exciting. So a big shout out to the Speciality and Fine Food Fair, which should have been happening in September. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys in 2021. Thanks for sponsoring us today.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, for me, all my event work has gone, but it's just a different life. It's a new normal. I'm in Suffolk because I should have been at Latitude. That's not happened, but we just hope the musicians, our actors as well, you know, we've been throwing a light on the cheese, making a mongering community, marvellous that it is, but obviously as a whole live performance, the sooner we get back. And also we know that food and drink, music, food, they're all, you know, never have they been more entwined than the last decade, and long may that continue.
Nigel, I was supposed to be supporting Jay-Z and Beyonce, and that just all seriously, I'd like to say Jay-Z, Beyond. I said no. But for me, with JB Food Solutions, it's been interesting because it's been about troubleshooting over the last 4 months. And I'm glad to say, because it's been about food, and therefore I'm pleased. And some of the cheesemakers have experienced it. I haven't stopped, but it's been behind the scenes, very much like me and Cara and the Virtual Cheese Awards. We've been behind the scenes, and you've got Steve, etc. It's all about Nigel and Sarah and the judges. But guess what? You need those cogs and wheels to make it happen. And Cara's been a legend for joining us, and I hope I've added value. And of course, we're very grateful to you, Nigel. We really, really are.
Well, it's an extended family. It's a bit
agreed.
Well, it's a bit like breaking, you know, Beverly Hillbillies back with Coronation Street with a little bit of, you know, Breaking Bad and Happy Valley thrown in. You know, we got all the elements in the cheese world, and that's just you, Jezza. Okay, on that bombshell, Cara, happy birthday, my darling. And
Thank you, Nigel.
Long may your balloons float. And I better get out of this particular conundrum. I've got a Pooley with me, and I've got a Sarah DeWitt with me. So Nige and Sarah, lead on Macduff's and tell us what's happening and who our winners are, because we are very excited. I am. It's my normal state. Oh my goodness. Here he is. Nige, well done. And Sarah, well done, you two. I want to say that you've got great vision for making this all happen. We've spoken to Vicky. I know Steve Moncrief is working like a Trojan at Brand Distillery based in Harrogate and Leeds. He's collated it all the different elements. He's done a technological side, not easy, but all of the elements that you put together, brilliant, because you were the two who started it off. Thank you. Over to you. Sarah, you got to unmute yourself, sweetie.
I'm not down to speak yet. Come on, Nigel, you lead the way, please.
Okay, hello everybody. So we'll start, we'll go in reverse order, if that's okay.
I've got my pen.
So I'm going to give 4 names because we've got a joint second. So in 3rd place, with the best blue soft cheese is Butler's.
Very well done, Butlers. Hurrah. Excellent.
Joint second is Longclaws in Red Leicester.
Oh, how brilliant was that?
And Cornish Gouda with their fenugreek additives.
Yeah, which was great. Everyone loved that. And it really, people like Bruce, you know, he wasn't sure he wanted to, but he just loved it. Couldn't help himself. It was great. Well done to them.
And the first, I suppose we have to say it's deserved because it did have 3 class winners. This people, out of 30 classes, they won 3. Gosh. And they're only a small producer. They're just outside Wincanton at Temple Coombe. And it is Feltham's Farm.
Hey, absolutely fantastic.
Congratulations.
Classes.
To Feltham's Farm.
For the best cow soft cheese. And Sarah, you have the details, I think.
I do. So the winner overall of the best British cheese is Feltham Farm, as Nigel has just said. So a huge well done to you. I'm so excited. So now we have a winner of the overall Virtual Cheese Award. So the winner is a cheese which is called Renegade Monk cheese, and it is actually classed as a British époisse. So Renegade Monk cheese is a soft and pungent cow's milk cheese from Somerset, made with organic milk and washed in ale. Blue cultures are also added, and the blue may be sometimes visible on the surface. A British époisse. So So got lots and lots and lots of great comments from our judges. So amazingly, well done, guys.
Yeah, the winner of 3 classes, the amazing performing Ferguson family. Well done to you, Marcus, all the crew. And you look at you're all rigged out, you're all branded. Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
All that hard work suddenly feels relevant. You know, well done. All the hours, you know, making these and particularly recently. Gosh, well done you.
We're speechless. And thank you to Nigel and Sarah for organising these awards. It's been an extraordinary year, as we all know, with all the awards cancelled, and for you guys to come in and produce this has been amazing. And we don't really know what to say. We're tiny producers. We're expanding. We're going to obviously have to make some more cheese now. Yeah. And we're blown away. And thank you.
Huge thanks.
We can see how much it means. Just tell us, you've got, name check the gallery. You've got the mighty Fergusons. Who have you got with you?
So we have Ottilie over here and Matty, who have been helping out during lockdown with washing the cheeses. We've got Hector over here, who generally doesn't come into the cheese room because hygiene is a concern. My wife, Penny. And we've had cheesemakers as well, but I mean, we lost our 2 cheesemakers just before lockdown, which was incredibly helpful for us as a business, that we didn't need to furlough them. They left for various reasons just before. So we've been able to survive. We cut production. We were stuck at the beginning of lockdown with 2,000 cheeses in production and in stock, and we had to get rid of those. I think we had to feed about 200 of them to our pigs, but we did very well. Penny did brilliantly, reaching out to new organic farm shops and things. We got through the stock. And then about a month and a half into lockdown, we started making again quite slowly, smaller quantities. We had to reduce our price. And in the last 2-3 weeks, everything is sort of kicked back in. People are wanting cheese. It's fantastic.
Well done, Penny, for being so resourceful as well and creating those new markets. I think you typify a lot of artisan producers who suddenly think, gosh, what are we going to do? How are we going to survive? Just tell us a bit about the range, what you're producing there.
So at the moment, we've been making Renegade Monk for 3 years, but we now produce also a kind of a sister cheese, Rebel Nun, which is a kind of a blue version of Renegade Monk.
Bluer.
Bluer. Yes. And then we've just developed La Fresca Margarita, which is a very young, fresh, light cheese.
Well, I love the names. La Fresca Margarita, Rebel Nun, and of course Renegade Monk. There's a bit of a theme going on there. And anyway, we'll discuss all that on another day. But well done. And what about where you're sourcing your milk from? How far is it coming? You know, what about the key ingredient?
So everything we use is a sort of Somerset ingredient. I mean, we're on a tiny small holding here. It's just 22 acres. So it's too small to have our own herd of cows. So we initially were bringing in milk from Bruton Organic Dairy, which is about 12 miles away. We've recently started bringing in milk from a neighbouring farm who's only recently gone organic, Gould's Farm. So we're using a combination of 2 local organic dairies close to us. So it's very much a sort of a Somerset sort of based cheese making experience. We try to be as sustainable and as organic as we can. So our new cheese barn is entirely powered by ground source heating and solar power. So we don't use anything from the grid to heat the milk, to make the cheese. It's all sort of off grid, which is very exciting. And then the whey is all fed to our Oxford and Sandy black pigs. So there is no wastage, we hope.
Well, I look forward to reading about all of that in Specialty Food magazine. Holly Shackleton's going to be interviewing you, and you're going to get lots of coverage, and even more courage. How long have you been on the go?
Well, we sold our first cheese in March 2017. So I was made redundant from a job that I found very boring in London in corporate communications at the end of 2015, and we reinvented ourselves. So I went and did a one-day cheese course at River Cottage in the spring of 2016. Started making experiments in our kitchen here, and this is where we are now.
Oh, what a great story. So proud. And your business, well, let's see what happens now, because it's going to be exciting. You know, fasten your seatbelts. But great to see all the Fergusons in looking in fine form in blue. And well done, Marcus and Penny, and your three lovely children. And I'm sure, go and open a bottle of something, you know, and just toast yourselves. You richly deserve it. And a winner of classes in 3 different classes. That says it all. And you absolutely blew our judges away, getting me emotional now. But you could see the quality of your produce, of your cheeses. Just to reiterate, La Fresca Margarita, watch that one, New Space, Rebel Nun, but the one that won it all, Renegade Monk, brilliant. And great to see you, and marvellous for coming on and making our day.
Thank you so much.
Not at all, well done. Bruton's finest, or nearby anyway. And Sarah and Nigel, you must be so chuffed. Well done, what great winners. What a great day. And we're so proud of everything that you've achieved, and it's just marvellous that we could pick up with the Fergusons. And Steve Moncrief, I don't know, there you are, just say thank you to you. Sarah, how brilliant was that? What a worthy, fabulous farming family have won it.
Absolutely amazing. I think we're all getting quite emotional here, because it really has made everything worthwhile to see a family like that win the overall event, and to have a huge load of PR given to them by the magazines, Specialty Food Magazine, is just really amazing. So we are really, really excited and emotional about the whole thing, I think now, Nigel, aren't we?
Yeah, yes, it's amazing. It's sort of, the script has been fulfilled really, without us doing anything. It's, you know, the judges have done a fantastic job.
Well, you have done a huge amount, I have to say. Well done. Yeah, Vicky, you know, not easy juggling it all, but you should be very proud of what you've achieved, and the next 24 to 48 hours as well. As you start, I know, sending the messages, I know, but
No, Facebook.
I know, and you know, Asda's loss is our gain. You know, North PR, great job, and well done on so many levels. And Jeremy, for bringing, you know, great expertise and a lovely touch of flamboyance, which obviously we love. It's a great fraternity. It's an extended family, and you tip and bringing Cara in as well, and for spreading the stories, letting people know how we're getting on. You're very good at that. You're a great communicator. And Steve Moncrief, the man behind the picture, we know you're there. Well done to you. Not easy juggling all that lot. With videos and live panels and judging, but I think we got away with it. And thank you for getting me involved, Sarah and Nigel and Jezza and Vicky. You've just done a great job, and you should now relax suitably. Vicky, maybe for 10-15 minutes before you start the really hard graft, and have a small sherbet or 3. But thank you for getting me involved.
Can I just say, I have lots and lots of thank yous to say to loads and loads of people to make this event possible. But I'd just like to say a big, huge thank you to my buddy, Nigel Pooley, because without him, we would not be able to make this happen. I worked with Nigel as a retailer, and Nigel was one of my suppliers for many, many years, and we had lots and lots of cheese chats. He is an absolutely amazing cheese professional. He is incredibly hardworking, passionate, caring. And the joke that we've had over the last few weeks really is, Nigel, I can't believe you're 74, because I forget that you're 74. So we've had lots of funny conversations, and yeah, I think as a whole team we have learned lots and lots. So I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Vicky Bodson, who's in our PR, been chasing leads, contacting people all over the place. So thank you very much for getting involved. And also Jeremy Bowen. Now, I didn't know Jeremy at all before this event started, and we still have not actually met personally, but we've connected via social media, and since then had many conversations. So just an amazing concept that all this comes together online, presenting virtually. Cara Bowie has been with us for the last few weeks and pulled together the People's Choice Box in coordination with Jeremy Bowen and Butlers and Peter's Peter's Yard biscuits and Irish black butter. Helen Blair and Louisa McCoy have obviously worked really, really hard with the panel. So amazing. Thank you to Good Sense Research and Steve for pulling all the technical stuff, and of course all of the judges who have been amazing. So thank you everybody. It's been a great experience, and I hope that everybody now has a lot more awareness of the best of Great British cheese.
Well, we salute you, Sarah DeWitt. You've done a great job, and you touch base again with your family, and everything you put into this, you should be very proud of yourself. And really, just a parting shot to say that if anyone proved that 74 is the new 18, it's you, Nigel, young at heart, Pooley. Take care. I'm Nigel Barden, and will be the rest of my cheese-filled life. Thank you, Sarah, Nigel, and all the team. Take care.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
great.
much. Cheers. Bye.